This is Rock the Block Live, and we are excited to let you guys know we were invited to an exclusive event by DigixDAO at PayPal Innovations Lab. DigixDAO announced that they will be launching their new DigixDAO. They ran through the DAO's exciting features, and they also gave us a demo of how the product worked. There was also a panel discussion along with a Q&A with guests from Wanchain, Kyber, and MakerDAO. Here are what the panelists had to say.
So happy first birthday, and by that I mean the birthday of DigixDAO. It's very exciting to be here just as the DigixDAO is about to launch. Today we found a lot out about what the DAO is going to be, who should participate, why, when, and what the future looks like. So I'd invite everyone to do your homework, read more, ask lots of questions. We'll be there to celebrate it with you.
Hi everyone, my name is Anton. I'm from Kyber. I'm one of the developers at Kyber. And yeah, I'm here at the DigixDAO event, the launch of the DigixDAO. And I'm really excited to be part of this event. So we had a lot of discussion, collaboration, and mainly I want to congratulate DigixDAO for the launch of their DigixDAO. And we will always from Kyber, collaborate with them, sharing research, etc. I really urge everyone to help participate in all these different DAOs, both with DigX, Maker, and with Kyber as well, sometime in the future. So yeah, yeah, everyone, if you're really excited for this, then we would definitely invite you to be part of this experience.
I'm actually Jocelyn, representing MakerDAO. I'm actually the APAC community lead, building communities in the Southeast Asia region, and also double up as a business development guy in the Southeast Asia region. And today, congratulations to DigixDAO launch, and I'm here because DigixDAO and also MakerDAO has been it goes a long way back. The founders actually met each other in 2016. In the olden days, and then and when we launched multi-collateral DAO, which is going to be very soon, which is in Q2, DigX will be one of the very early new collateral type that will be added to multi-collateral DAO.
We also managed to have a quick chat with Wanchain, co-founder of DigX. What's up, crypto universe? For this week's special episode, we are going to talk about DigX and DigixDAO. And with me right here is one of the co-founders of DigX, Wanchain. Thank you for coming on the show. When I met you many years ago, you had all black hair, but I can see that it's a little white showing right now. Yeah. Crypto must be very stressful, isn't it?
It is. It's a 24/7 market, so definitely it's a lot of things to think about.
But you have been there since the dawn of time. You were the first project to be crowdsourcing on Ethereum. And since then till now, how have you been?
All's been good. Thank you, Eugene, and thank you to Rock the Block crew for actually putting together this video. I do think that right now we are entering into a crypto bear market, as we all know. Yeah. Things has been going very well in the sense that a lot more internal reflection has been happening in the company. Yeah. We've been thinking about redirectioning our company's product itself, pivoting more towards a digital gold segment instead of targeting the crypto-centric crowd. So it's pretty much a lot of work in progress.
To the uninformed, what is DAO in a nutshell, and why is DAO so important?
So a DAO, which represents an acronym of DAO, which stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization, is basically a self-running entity that governs on its own with the help of token holders in the ecosystem. So think about it as having a room of people out there. Everyone has an equal incentive, everyone has equal participative rights to actually shape the direction and the outcome of whatever that happens in this room.
And in your panel, Anthony, which you're CTO and co-founder as well, mentioned that for DigixDAO there is a centralized feature. Yes. This is kind of an irony considering that DAO is supposed to be decentralized. Why do you think that centralized portion is necessary then?
Well, after all, someone has to be the one writing the codes, someone has to be the one designing the UI for it, someone has to be the one managing the servers that runs the websites for this kind of stuff. So there has to be a central operator in some way, and in this case here at DigX, we are the ones actually maintaining the DAO. I wouldn't say that we are centralizing and running the DAO per se, but we are the ones maintaining and responsible for making it go live. Apart from that, codes are all open source. In fact, anyone could just fork the codes and create your own version of a DAO and use it within your own token ecosystem.
It's very interesting because when you say that you're going to give it the power to people, the voting rights and the autonomy to the crowd to decide, and we know that the wisdom of the crowd may be a very flaky thing. How are you going to compare something to wisdom of the crowd to, say, intellectual experts who spend years being specialized in that?
Sure, yeah. Think about it as like you're running a museum, right? Yeah. You can't possibly have the museum full of curators, people who understand, people who have read art extensively over a career. In the same way, you can't have people to actually say, kind of the crowd to say, okay, this piece of art was worth 60 million.
Yeah.
Why? Right? You do in some way need curators. So experts and professionals in those fields are justified. The reason why we're building out there is because we're building a product for the community itself. The community demands and needs a stable coin in this space. But what we feel that we are moving more towards it's a stable asset coin. An asset that is not just stable, it has been tested around for hundreds of years. It has been tested and proven. It's a concept of a safe haven. So where I think DigixDAO stands in is that we are actually providing this product for our big community users. That's where we rely on having the wisdom of that crowd to actually govern and shape and put proposals forward, pass them to shape the direction of this ecosystem.
And DigX is not just backed by a good idea or a huge concept, it's actually backed by solid physical gold.
Yes, that's correct. The DigX token itself. That's exactly, yeah. So just a brief introduction, the token itself represents 1 gram of gold.
So the other thing that I would like to ask you is, you mentioned about the kind of projects that you would like to support when DigixDAO is launched. You talk about ideas, you talk about getting creative people to come in. But then again, this sounds a lot like Indiegogo, Kickstarter. What are you doing that's any different from something that's already existing out there?
Right, so you rightly pointed out Kickstarter is probably one of the biggest inspirations for this platform. And back in 2016, when we launched the very first ICO or the first crowd sale on Ethereum, we did thought about the idea of Kickstarters and the whole idea of crowd selling a certain project. So I would say that it's similar in a way because we want to attract projects probably like yourself. People who are autonomous, people who actually run great content, people who actually put together a good set of audience, who subscribe to you guys because they want to hear good things. So we could have marketing projects who are looking to create advertisement banners. We could have podcast people who are doing this kind of stuff. We could have anyone that wants to promote the idea of DigX at the same time using its consistent brand guidelines so that people don't confuse with different versions of DigX out there. Yeah. So ultimately, it's not just a visual thing. We could have people who want to implement different kind of scaling solutions for DigX, layer 2 stuff. So it's pretty much open to everyone. But I would say that the initial target was to have people who are creating visual content because it's the easiest and the most relatable one.
What people can consume right now.
Exactly, yeah.
Now you mentioned there's a 2 Ethereum collateral. 2 Ethereum collateral seems like a very low ball to prevent backenders from coming in. So in order for you to actually make your grant work, your grant has got to be lesser than 2 Ethereum?
No, I would say that to have your grant even hurt by this group of people who will moderate the proposals or will vet the proposals, you need 2 Ethers. 2 Ethers per context matters today is worth about $280 US right now. A year ago it was probably like what, 2,800, right? So is 2 Ethers the right amount? It's not to be sure, but the whole point is to prevent spam. I would say we set this low threshold purposely to try to incentivize people to come forward and not to create a high barrier of entry.
So could you elaborate more on the quarter points and reputation points? Because it seems that among all the DAO in the market today, DigixDAO has something called the reputation, which is the secret sauce in trying to get community to come in and create good decisions. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think reputational points is not a new system to be designed. Think about you are booking something on Agoda or Booking.com, you have star reviews, right? Yeah. Or even taking a ride on Grab or Uber. Every driver has his own ranking system according to how well he has performed in this line of service. So the same way, reputational points are assigned to people who actually vote rightly over the course of the DigixDAO career, as I may call it that way. Rightly doesn't mean that it's yes all the way. It could be you're voting no, and the outcome eventually turns out to be no. So let's say, for example, someone puts forward a malicious proposal, manages to swing his way to get into the voting round. What happens is that if you successfully vote no, and the proposal is rejected at the end, then yeah, in some way you do earn reputational points in the case as well. So it's not an old system that we're trying to reinvent. It's definitely something that we hope to actually create this idea of incentivization, of being consistent, at the same time of being right throughout the DigixDAO ecosystem.
Okay, so my last question is something more relevant to the future, the immediate future. Crypto has gone through a winter for a very long time. People are saying that Bitcoin has bottomed out. Now, I just want to know, what do you think it would take? Because you have been through when Ethereum first started. So you are probably the right person to actually say this. What do you think is the next tipping point that we need to turn the whole industry around?
That's a magic ball question. Hopefully I get this right. So I would say that Right now, the space is still dominated by a lot of trading activity. It's still dominated by a lot of speculations. It's dominated by a lot of platforms that actually provide options and ways for you to actually trade the price of the underlying. But what a lot of platforms are not lacking itself is the core adoption of technology. I would say that potentially one day, if let's say WhatsApp or even like Facebook, or one of the bigger tech giants decides to actually use blockchain, and they never even disclose that it's actually backed by blockchain, and one day we reveal that, hey guys, actually you've been using a blockchain token after all. I would say that core user adoption is probably the key ingredient necessary for crypto revival.
Thank you, Sean, and once again, congratulations on DigixDAO's launch. Saturday morning, Singapore time, 11 a.m. Right, we'll see you again in the circuit. You guys will be one of the pioneers in the industry, and we wish you all the best. So you guys watching this right now, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment below, or check this guy's website out, No Regrets. It's a goal on the blockchain, the first in fact, and these guys have a long reputation of being a stalwart in the industry. In fact, tonight's meeting itself is almost like a veterans meetup. All the old faces around here.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, once again, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. My name is Sean G. I'm the co-founder of DigiX. You're watching Rock the Block and tune in to our DigixDAO live launch Saturday, 30th of March at 11 a.m. Singapore time. See you there.
We wish DigX all the best with the launch of their DAO. All the relevant links are in the description below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.